Hi friends, welcome to CR Digital Classes. Today we are going to discuss about tools and techniques of financial statement analysis. So what are these tools and techniques? Why it is required? What is the need to use tools and techniques for doing the financial statement analysis? So we already understood what are financial statements. Financial statements are prepared in the finally for any business concern to understand about the financial position and performance of the business organization. So then again, once we have understood about the financial position, why again there is necessity for making the analysis. So with the help of financial statement, we could able to only understand whether the company is able to earn profits or it is incurring losses, what is the gross profit and what is the net profit, and what are the assets and liabilities of the organization. Till that we could able to understand about the financial position. But when we want to know in detail about the business performance, we have to go for the analysis of financial statements. So with the help of financial statements, we have to analyze each and every statement, each and every component. So what it provides, it provides the financial position of the organization. The information whatever is related to organization and the financial position, we could able to understand from the analysis. For doing this analysis, we require some techniques, some method. So now we are going to discuss about those methods and techniques to do the analysis of the financial statement. So this can also be called as analysis of financial statements. So the methods and techniques are required for examining, for studying about in depth about each component of the financial statement. Why we have to do in-depth study? To understand very fairly about the financial performance of the organization. So what are the tools and techniques? The tools and techniques of the financial statement analysis are comparative statement, common size statement, ratio analysis, cash flow statement, fund flow statement, and trend analysis. So these are the different techniques we use for the analysis of financial statement. Now let us understand one by one very detailed. So comparative analysis. Comparative analysis, the name itself we can understand that there should be a comparison between the statements. What statements? Financial statement. So here in this, under these techniques, we are going to compare the financial statements of one year to the other year. So financial statements, when I say, it will be both income and income statement, that is profit and loss account, as well as balance sheet. So both we can compare from the last year, past year's financial statements. So when we are trying to compare with the last year performance, we could understand what is the current year performance. Whether the performance of the current year is in a increasing way or decreasing way. If it is increasing way, whether all the components in the financial statements are in the increasing way, or whether some of the components are in increasing way, other components are in decreasing way. So all these things we can understand with the help of the technique comparative analysis. And also not only to understand, to compare the figures, but also we try to understand the association or the relationship between one component and the other component. Then next one is common size statements. So common size statements are, we try to make the statements, the figures in the statements in the common size. That is, we have to compare the statements until unless we don't have a long period. Like this should cover 10 years minimum, or maybe for the long period, so that we will have the comparison easily, and also it becomes simple. So the figures of the huge organizations will be very large. So we cannot understand that. So what we try to do here, we try to simplify, shortcut the figures in the way of making the figures as 100% in the form of percentages. So what we try to do, we try to understand the statements, making the statement, the figure of the statements as 100, so that we can understand the by finding the relationship with the other components. So here you can see the profit and loss. Here also we can do profit and loss as well as balance sheet. In case of profit and loss, we take the total sales as a base, 100%. Okay, when we are making the common size profit and loss account comparative statement, that is comparing with the help of common size. So what we do, we treat the sales, total sales as the 100% and try to relate each component with the 100%. So sales with profit, sales with expenses, how much percentage of the sales with the sales, selling and distribution, what is the percentage, operating expenses, what is the percentage, profit, what is the percentage. So we try to understand in the form of the percentage, which becomes easy for understanding. In the same way, when we prepare the common size statement for balance sheet, what we try to do, we try to make total assets and total liabilities as a common base, that means 100%. So making those as 100%, we try to understand and determine other components appropriately with proportion to the total assets and liabilities. So this is about the common size statement. Then coming to the trend analysis, the trend itself we can understand that there should be a series of figures. When we are trying to compare within the series of figures, at least we should have 10 years. So when we take the period of 10 years, we can see the trend, how the trend is going, whether the trend is moving in a upward way or it is moving in a downward way. So with this only we can understand whether it is going in upward or in a downward. So it is determined. So how can we check whether it is going upward or downward? For that we have to treat the first year figures. Whatever the data is related to the first year, we should make that as the base. So once we are making the base as first, then we will try to see the comparison of with the first year, whether it is increased or decreased. For example, if I am making the first year as 100%, then I will try to read in the terms of the percentage 101% or 110% or 95%. So I will understand whether it is increasing or decreasing. Whether sometimes to a certain period, if we are considering 10 years, till 5 years it may be in a upward way, increasing way. Suddenly it may be in a decreasing way. So we can understand these changes with the help of the trend analysis. So treating as 100%, the first year whatever we call it as base, remaining years we will try to compare respectively, so that we can understand about the trend. Okay, so next is fund flow analysis. So fund flow analysis, whatever we understood from the balance sheet and other, it is only limited to some extent. We cannot completely understand about the movements of the funds. So one statement is required to understand the movements of funds, that is nothing but funds flow statement. We call it as funds flow analysis. For that we prepare funds flow statement. So here it tries to determine the movements of the funds, that is the changes in the assets and liabilities whatever are taking place. So you can see it shows the changes both in the assets and liabilities of the firm. So all these statements we will consider in a given period. Okay, whatever is the period we consider, within the period we will try to make the analysis of the data. Then next is we also refer, that is this fund refers to the changes of the movement. As I told you, we try to identify the changes, the movement exactly, whether the funds are moving inside the business or funds are moving outside the business. Then we also try to see increase of the fund, which is treated as inflow. When the funds are flowing inside the business, it is inflow. When the funds are going out of the business, it is outside. So, and when the funds are moving inside the business, that is we are getting the funds, it also we call it as sources of funds. Sources of funds, it shows from where we are getting the funds. Application of funds, outflow. When the funds are going out of the business, we call it as application of the business. That is decreasing the financial position. Okay, I think this is funds flow is clear. So funds flow will try to determine the movement of the funds, whether the fund is flowing inflow inside the organization or going out of the organization. Then coming to the cash flow analysis, here in this, under this technique, we prepare cash flow statement. So fund flow will be focusing on the movement of the funds which is getting into the business or going out of the business, where cash flow will be identifying the movement of cash equivalents, the changes of cash and cash equivalents in the business, again of the organization in a given period. So the actual movement of cash into the and out of the business, and it represents inflow and outflow, as I told you. That is, when cash is getting into business, it is inflow. When cash is going out of the business, it is outflow. So here with the cash flow statement, it should ensure that whatever cash is required, that is adequate to meet all the expenditure which we have to incur. Okay, that is mainly current liabilities. So we need to pay amounts to the creditors, we need to pay other rent and other liabilities. All these things, the cash flow statement should ensure that whatever amount has to be paid, the cash has to be paid, it is arranged sufficiently, it is adequate. That is, cash flows are adequate to meet the current liabilities. And this statement also changes in the, whatever identifies the changes in the financial position on the basis of cash. Okay, so on the basis of cash. Next, identify the factors which lead to the change in the cash position of the business concern. So whatever factors are leading for the change, it tries to identify that. So this is about the cash flow statement. Then coming to the ratio analysis. Ratio analysis is the technique where the ratios are the statement or the calculations are done in the form of ratios, or also it will express in the form of percentages or proportions or fractions. That is called ratio analysis. So the analysis of the statements and interpretations for a particular period, whatever is used, which we call it as ratio, in the form of ratios, it is called as ratio analysis. As I told you, in under these techniques, it will be also expressed in the form of maybe sometimes fraction, sometimes proportion also. Then ratios are usually used or treated as benchmarks. Benchmarks means some standard yardstick within which it will reveal us whether it is having the ability or it don't has. So once the benchmark, it is meeting the benchmark or above that, that means we can understand it is a sound, in a sound position. If it is less than that standard, we have to understand it is not having the ability. It is inefficient in meeting the maybe the liabilities in long term as well as the short term. Sometimes it may have ability to meet the short term, it may not have ability to meet the long term. Next is, that is, it is also helpful in finding the soundness of the financial position, soundness of the performance, financial performance of the organization. Example, current assets. If we take current ratio, under current ratio we consider current assets as well as current liabilities. So under current ratio, we need to understand how much are the current assets the company is holding, how much are the current liabilities the company is holding. Always it is a very good position when the current assets are more than the current liabilities. Example, if the company is holding 2 rupees of current assets, when the company is having 1 rupee of current liabilities, it indicates that the financial position is in the sound position. Otherwise, if only 1 rupee current asset for 1 rupee liability, it is indicating the company, the financial position of the company is not in a very much sound position. So these are the benchmarks which are used in the ratio analysis, which indicate exact strength or ability of the each component. and it is also the process of examining a significant relation between one component in the other component, so as to understand very fairly of complete position of the organization. So hope you understood about the techniques of financial statement analysis, and all the very best for you. The expected questions may be essay question asking all the techniques of the financial statement analysis. Thank you. All the very best.